I'll go live on that one.
Yep.
All right. Hey, we are live.
We're live. We're back.
We're not in the studio today, but that's okay.
But we're in person together.
That's all that really matters.
That's what counts.
And we're gonna do another. You've got questions. We've got answers. So
we're going to be live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So if you've got questions, pop them in the chat. We'll do our best to respond to those and get those ready for you. So while we're waiting for questions to come in,
tell us what's up, Brooke.
I'll tell you what's up. So the spring application deadline is in April. So I know that feels so far away, but
why are you sitting so close to it? You're so close. Okay,
I didn't want there to be space.
Let's redo that.
I'm Brooke.
I'm Darby.
This is called You've Got Questions.
We've got answers. We are switching it up. Okay, yeah, we're going to be here. We're going to answer questions for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
Yep.
Yes, I hit all three.
All three.
Okay, so spring enrollment deadline.
Spring enrollment deadline is going to be in April, April 19th. And so it will be here before you know it. So if you are interested or someone you know and love is interested in joining BYU Pathway, have them visit BYU-Pathway.edu to get started. We are thrilled to help people all around the world start or finish their university degree. We are here to answer questions as they come in. So feel free to put your questions in the chat and we'll be here to answer those. And then if you have anyone that you know and love that you think BYU Pathway would be a good fit for, go ahead and tag them in this live and we'll be here to answer their questions. Yeah.
So Brooke, okay, so we talked about the spring enrollment deadline.
Yes.
We've got some questions that are going to come in from Instagram in just a minute.
Love it.
So I'm a student, I've enrolled. What do I do in the next couple of weeks while I wait for classes to start?
Well, a couple of things. So if you are actually a current student and you've just finished Pathway Connect 101, now is the time to enroll for Pathway Connect 102. So you actually have until next Monday night to get registered for PC 102. And that goes for whether you're currently enrolled or if you're ready to come back and you want to start with 102. So go to BYU-Pathway.edu. If you're a current student, just register for that next term. And then if you are a returning student, you can actually go to returningstudent.BYU-Pathway.edu to come back. We would love to have you back.
That's an old one. I have the .org.
That's all right. It'll redirect to the right place.
I'm going to change it.
And so we would love for you to come back. You're going to be able to get started and pick up where you left off, which is awesome. So if you completed 101 and you're ready to come back for 102, now is the time and classes will start soon.
Okay, first question. If I finished Pathway Connect but stopped taking classes, how do I get back in?
I love it. Okay, Candace. So you are going to go to BYU-Pathway.edu and you are going to log in. If you remember your student portal information, you're just going to log in. It should be tied to your church account. If you finish Pathway Connect with a 3.0 or higher, you're going to be able to go on to BYU Idaho or Ensign College. We would love to have you do that. You're going to need to start that application by April 2nd in order to get enrolled and get started. So go to BYU-Pathway.edu and in the upper right-hand corner, there's a login button. And then once you're in your student portal, there should be an option to continue to online certificates and degrees, matriculation. And so you're just going to log back into your student portal to get registered for classes with BYU Idaho or Ensign College. You will need to have an ecclesiastical endorsement. So that will be part of your application process. So go ahead and get that started. And then you'll need to meet with your local bishop or branch president and your district or stake president to get started.
Okay. I got more questions for you, Brooke.
Yeah.
I've got an English Connect question here.
Okay.
So
you're going to go to EnglishConnect.org. Is where you can go. So for those of you who aren't familiar, English Connect is another program provided by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it is geared toward helping people learn English all over the world. It's incredible. And so English Connect has 3 tiers. So depending on your English language ability, you'll start with English Connect 1, 2, or 3. And it's a great preparation for BYU Pathway, but also just for life. Learning English can improve your educational, your professional, and just different opportunities throughout your life. Okay. So EnglishConnect.org.
It's great. Okay, next question says, hey, I finished Pathway Connect 103 in an introduction to digital marketing. And I need to, do I need to complete my endorsement? I need to complete my
Yes.
endorsement, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, because they're
Yep.
ready to go on.
Yeah, I love it. Yep. So in order to continue on to BYU Idaho or Ensign College, you will need an ecclesiastical endorsement. That is part of your application process, and it should prompt you. What I would recommend is if you are a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, just get with your ward or branch clerk or executive secretary, excuse me, and get an appointment with the bishop or a member of the bishopric to get your endorsement started. And get that going. So you'll want to get that requested through your student portal and then meet with the bishop or branch president.
Just some good questions. We've got a lot. Okay, I'm
Let's do
gonna
this.
run right over here.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm finishing my last semester before applying to the university online. Would I be able to retake the first semester to get a higher score? Is that possible?
Yes. So Ephraim, if I'm understanding right, you want to retake Pathway Connect 101, and you absolutely can do that. If you have a 3.0 without having to retake Pathway Connect 101, I would recommend you just continue on. But if you are interested, you absolutely can. You just go in your student portal and you register for Pathway Connect 101.
Okay, next question. I just finished my first certificate class as a block class. It looks like my next class will be starting in 7 weeks, but how do I register for that?
I love it. So it sounds like if you finished your first certificate class, you finished Pathway Connect 103, and so you are ready to go on to BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College online. So in your student portal, you are going to go in and say that you want to continue online. And so you'll start your online certificate and degree application to go on to BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College. So you'll need to do that in your student portal. You will need an ecclesiastical endorsement. So make sure you go in and do that. And if you have other questions, let us know. We're happy to help.
Okay. Fabulous. Okay, a couple more questions coming your way. Brooke does these rapid fire. It's the only way that she does this.
It's the only way I know how.
Okay, so next question says, is the bachelor's degree that I get from BYU, well, it would be BYU Idaho is what they're talking about, through the online path recognized as a degree gotten if I'm on campus? So is it the same? Is the online degree the same as an on-campus degree?
So it's recognized as if it's the same. So there's nowhere on your diploma that says online or that it was received online. It'll say that you have an associate's, a certificate, a bachelor's degree from BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College. So BYU Pathway is here to be the access provider, the support system, and BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College are the degree grantors. So it's the same. It's a limited offering compared to what's available on campus, but it's the same degree.
Yeah. How many degrees do we have, Brooke?
7.
7. Okay. Ready, go.
Applied health, applied business, communication, human and family relations, professional studies, web development, and information technology.
I almost stumped you. That was good.
So you can go to BYU-Pathway.edu and click on the certificates and degrees tab to see a full list.
Perfect. Next question comes up. It says, hey, I'd like to enroll again in BYU, Idaho to get my second certificate. I tried to enroll and it says that I have to start over again with the 3 certificates.
Okay. So Elvis, I am not sure what you might be seeing. So if you could send us a direct message, that would be great. So it looks like you're on Facebook. So under our cover sheet, there's a little button that says message. So if you can send us a message with a screenshot or more information, we can try to help you more specifically.
Because it shouldn't be doing that.
It shouldn't be doing that. Yes. Yeah. It shouldn't do that. You should be able to just.
You don't have to retake them if you take them somewhere.
No.
Something is missing or broken.
Yes. And I will say Degree Planner has been a little finicky. So if it's showing something in your Degree Planner, it might be that. If it's you're just logging into your student portal and it's telling you to start over. So yeah, send us a direct message with some more information.
And by finicky, you mean buggy.
Weird.
Not doing
what it should.
Supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Gilberto wants to say, how can I enroll myself? So let's talk about if they're enrolling for English Connect or if they're enrolling for BYU Pathway.
Or online certificates and degrees.
Oh my gosh.
There's 3 options.
I'm going to pull up some URLs for you.
So if you are interested in enrolling in English Connect, we'll start there. You're going to go to englishconnect.org. And then there is a button that says join now. And that will take you to how to log in and sign up for English Connect. Great opportunity to learn English. In order to start with Pathway Connect or online certificates and degrees, you're going to go to BYU-Pathway.edu. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a button that says Apply for Free. You'll click that. It'll take you to our admissions page where you can learn a little bit more about BYU Pathway and about if this is the right step for you. We have two options. You can start directly with Pathway Connect. That's what we sometimes refer to as the preferred path, where you're going to get a great tuition rate. You're going to keep that tuition rate with you when you go on to BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College online. You're going to have service missionaries, a mentor, a lot of really great support when you start with Pathway Connect. The other option is to go directly into BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College online and to do online certificates and degrees without doing Pathway Connect. It's still a nice rate, but it's not as good as starting with Pathway Connect. So here in the US, it's $81 per credit. And it depends on where you live, what it costs. 81 is the top out. So it's going to be less in other parts of the world. And then, but if you go directly to BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College online, that's going to be $139 a credit. And it doesn't matter where you live. It's the same price. So Darby put up on the screen, if you're interested in knowing what tuition rates are in your country, you'll go to BYUpathway.edu/tuition.
Perfect. Okay, we just have a shout out. It says thanks for helping the students to negotiate registration or navigate the registration. Yeah, it's tricky.
It's hard.
Tricky.
Yeah, we want to help you guys. We love you guys.
Okay, Brittany asks, can I take 2 BYU Pathway courses at the same time? So let's talk about the order of Pathway Connect.
Yep.
Because that's one thing. So if you're taking Pathway Connect, you take those in order.
Yep.
101, 102, 103. You don't take them at the same time. I know it would be great, but they kind of build.
Yep.
And so it makes sense. And then how about
and you'll take an institute class too. So you are taking 2 classes at the same time. So you'll take Pathway Connect 101 and 102 at the same time as you're taking an institute class. And then same with 103 and an institute class. So you will be taking 2 classes at the same time. And we really recommend that everyone take advantage of those institute classes during Pathway Connect because you'll be able to take them for credit and it's free.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love free credits?
I love free credits.
So you can't take Pathway Connect 101, 102, or 103 at the same time. But once you get into 103, you'll take 103 and your first certificate class as well as institute. So it's really about gearing you up.
Okay. Here's another question that says, hey, I want to take the entire Pathway program again. I graduated last year. I'm not sure kind of what to do.
Yeah. So Joni, you can absolutely start over. So if you want to take Pathway Connect 101 again, you would just come in and you'd sign up as a new student. And then in your student portal, you'll just register for 101. If you can still log into your student portal, you should be able to just retake the class. If you're having issues and not seeing that in your student portal when you go to log in, send us a direct message and someone from our team will help.
Now, what if Joni wants to do another degree? Maybe Joni has finished a degree and wants to do another degree. What's that? Does she need to do Pathway Connect again?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you finish Pathway Connect and you already you earned a degree through BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College, and you want to earn a second degree, you can do that. And so what will happen is depending on when you start that degree, how long ago it was, you're not going to have to retake everything all at once. You will be able to sort of pick up where you left off. You're not going to have to take Pathway Connect again. You will be able to go directly into BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College online.
Perfect. Okay. Can I take English Connect if I'm already enrolled for spring semester?
Yes. So we have some students that take English Connect and Pathway Connect at the same time. So you can absolutely do both at the same time. You'll just want to make sure that your gatherings are scheduled at different times.
Perfect. Okay. These are great questions. This says my husband is graduating in April. Congratulations. How do I order him one of those fancy graduation gown sashes? Probably the yellow ones.
Maybe the yellow ones? I don't know.
We ordered those on Amazon.
We did. So Candace, you've got some different options. So if you are talking about just the cap and gown, that's, black and a black hat, you can order those online. You can also order them directly through BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College. If you're talking about the gold sashes that we have in some of our photos, like Darby said, we just ordered them on Amazon. So we can send you a link if you want.
Yeah, because we just didn't. We just
Yeah,
needed a
we
bunch
just-
of them.
we
We
just-
needed like 10 of them.
And we just thought it'd be fun and we wanted to test it out. So we may or may not be looking at some additional options that may be available later.
Okay, so this next question says, if I've only done 2 units of my first certificate in 2021, can I continue or do I have to like start over again?
You can continue. So you're going to come back as a returning student. So you'll go to returningstudent.byu-pathway.edu
Mhm.
and you are just going to reapply, but you're going to be able to pick up where you left off. You're not going to have to start over. So if you have questions or if there's anything that is complicated or troubling about doing that, just send us a direct message and we can help.
I love it. Okay.
We want you to come back. We know life happens and gets in the way sometimes.
Okay. So Brittany has a question about what are the Pathway Connect courses? What do they entail as far as what we will be learning?
Love it. So if you go to BYU-Pathway.edu, you can learn more about Pathway Connect there. And we can tell you Pathway Connect 101 is designed for life skills. So it's all about growth mindset, really learning about budgeting, time management. You're also going to be learning math and English along the way too. But the focus is really on preparing life skills. Pathway Connect 102 is professional skills. So networking, LinkedIn, building out a great resume. Again, that is also while you're learning math and English along the way. Pathway Connect 103 is university skills, and it's all about preparing you to continue on to BYU Idaho and Ensign College Online, and you will be taking your first certificate course. So Pathway Connect used to be an entire year. Now it's just 21 weeks. So it's real fast, but it's really there to help you prepare and be ready. And so by week 15, you are taking your first certificate class that is offered through BYU Idaho or Ensign College in our partnership.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, everyone. We have a ton of questions. I am getting to all of these. We had one question that I'm going to do really quick just because I pulled it up, Brooke.
Yeah.
The question asked, oh my gosh, I just lost it. They were asking how to join BYU Pathway and they were asking in Portuguese. So I've pulled this question up and here is the answer.
Yep.
So, yep. So if this is your question and you're wondering how to join, I'm sorry that neither of us speak Portuguese.
Sorry.
But here is the webpage.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to...
And if you're just joining us and are thinking, what is going on? I'm Brooke.
And I'm Darby.
And we just take a time every week to answer questions to try to help folks understand more about BYU Pathway, what it entails, and how we can help you.
Okay. We've got a question about how long does it take for the certificate to show up?
Yeah.
So we can talk about the Pathway Connect certificate is digital. If that one is not going to be mailed to you, and I think this is a follow-up from the same. So that certificate, as soon as you finish, if you
get a 3.0 or higher.
Yep. If you've gotten a
B average.
In your classes, then that will show up in your student portal. You log in like you would as a student. And in the upper right-hand corner, I think there's a little like a little symbol of a person. You'll click on that and be able to find your certificate there. If you have problems finding that, send us a message and we'll send you a screenshot of where to find that.
And if you're wondering, well, okay, I earned this certificate through BYU Idaho and through Ensign College. What do I do? How do I access that? So after the courses, after all of the grades have been turned in, you will get a digital copy in your student portal, and then you will also have a copy mailed to you. And now those take time. So depending on what part of the world you're in, I would say it'll take 6 to 10 weeks in order to receive a physical copy of your certificate. I know when I graduated from college in Idaho, I moved back to Indiana, and I think it took a month, almost 2 months.
And same country.
Yeah, same country. So it just takes a little while.
Okay, so Brooke, I'm going to keep giving you questions here. We talked about the Pathway Connect classes. If somebody finished Pathway Connect 5 years or so ago, can they keep continuing on?
Yes. So you can absolutely continue on. So if you finish Pathway Connect with a 3.0 or higher, come on back. We would love to have you. So you're just going to go to returningstudents.byu-pathway.edu. And then once you log into, or if you log into your student portal, you're going to say that you want to continue on to online certificates and degrees. So if you have questions, please let us know. We want to help you. We would love for you to come back and finish your degree.
Love it. Okay. At what point do transcripts transfer? So we just had a conversation about transcripts this week. And to what school should I have them sent? I don't apply for Pathway Connect until 103. Okay, that's next semester. I know I'm being a little overzealous, but what do I need to do?
We love it, Colby. Okay, so you have some different options. So if you are continuing on to BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College, your credits from Pathway Connect are just going to come right with you. There's nothing that you have to do to transfer those credits in. When you go to apply to BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College online during Pathway Connect 103, you will have an option to include your transcripts as part of your application to BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College. And so long as you have a 3.0 or higher and you don't have a felony, you're good to go. So that's just a criminal background check, an ecclesiastical endorsement, and a 3.0 or higher. Those are the big requirements. And Colby, I see your follow-up, the credits from prior colleges. So that's what you're going to transfer when you go on, once you finish Pathway Connect 103, part of your application to BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College, the online degree program, you're going to include your transcripts there. Now you can go to BYU-Pathway.edu/transfer-credits to get a good understanding of how many of those credits will transfer, how they'll transfer, what that will look like.
Yeah, and Colby, if you go to BYU-Pathway.edu, there's a little chat option in the bottom right-hand corner. And if you just say how, like transfer credits, something like that, a tool will pop up and will tell you more. You won't even have to like remember the website. You can just ask that tool to tell you where that kind of evaluation is.
So it'll just be part of your application to BYU, Idaho, and Ensign College after you finish Pathway Connect. But that's awesome. Tell us, do you have plans? What do you want to study? What are you going to get a degree in or certificates?
I love it. Okay.
It's so fun.
We have so many great questions. I'm trying to get through all of them. When do I need to enroll for Pathway Connect? When does it start again?
Love it.
So I think we're probably talking about Pathway Connect 101, the first class. Okay.
So classes are going to start again in April. So you are going to have the option to start your application now. So with Pathway Connect, you don't need an ecclesiastical endorsement. You don't need a high school diploma or a secondary school diploma or GED if you're 18 or older. If you're under 18, you will need that. If English is not your native language, you will also need to take a free English language assessment. It's part of the application process. So you'll need to start your application by April 17th for this upcoming term. And then classes start that week. So classes start every January, April, and September. So there's always an application open. And then classes start again every January, April, and September.
Awesome. Brooke's killing it. If you're just joining us, I'm Darby.
I'm Brooke.
This is called You've Got Questions, We've Got Answers. Some of the answers.
Sometimes. And when we don't, we'll point you in the right direction.
We'll try to point you in the right direction. Okay. So John asks what facilities or faculties are offered. So John might be asking what degrees are offered. So BYU Pathway First is all online. So the way that you don't come to school on campus, everything is online. There's 7 degrees. So we don't have a campus.
There's no campus. So what's great about BYU Pathway is you can fit it in with the rest of your life. So during Pathway Connect, you'll pick a day and time for your gathering. You'll meet with this group weekly during Pathway Connect. But once you matriculate or go on to BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College online, you take the classes and you do your homework at whatever time works best for you, and you turn it in by the due date. So it's really flexible.
Okay, you asked Colby a follow-up question. Business management degree is being pursued. I have 138 credits total. I think we should try to transfer those.
Yes.
Over.
That's awesome, Colby.
Okay, Colby, awesome. Let us know if we can help anymore. Okay, so, look, #1 fan of you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Well, that's why you got bumped up to the top there. Thank you. This is one of our favorite things to do is just try to come on here and answer questions and really help in any way that we can.
Because it can feel overwhelming and nerve-wracking and,
all the things
to go to school. I was that way when I went to school. I was like,
you're still that way.
I know. I'm in school again. Darby teases me.
Hey, I enrolled to start this April and I've already graduated from Institute. So my question is, can I transfer those credits in?
Yeah, great question. So if you took the Institute classes for college credit, yes. If you took Institute just as part of your regular activities, that's awesome. We love that you did that. But unfortunately, those classes will not transfer unless they were taken for college credit.
Okay.
But the good news is during Pathway Connect, you're going to get some free credits by taking Institute again.
But since they're saying graduated, that kind of indicates to me that they might have taken those for college.
They may have, well, no, because my husband.
Oh.
So you can graduate from Institute without actually, you have to take so many classes and have a certain attendance rate. So like my husband went to Arizona State University and he graduated from Institute as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm wrong then. So hopefully you mean you took them for college credit.
Yep.
Does BYU-Pathway give science courses for those applying to be a nurse in our own country? So
it depends on, so we have a degree in applied health. So I would go to BYU-Pathway.edu and I would look at the certificate and degrees and I would look specifically at applied health and which classes are there and see if any of the prereqs meet for nursing. We're not really designed to be, hey, come here and then go finish a degree someplace else. We have students that do that. They transfer credits and it works out. But we don't have necessarily pathways off of us. So I would go to look at the applied health degree.
Yeah. Okay. We have a question about not having an English Connect class in their country.
Okay.
How do I find an online in another country?
Great question.
Okay.
So if you are looking for an English Connect 1 or 2 class, those are done primarily locally. We are looking at offering some of those online down the road. And so if you will send us a direct message with the information. So English Connect also has a Facebook account, but you can send it here. We'll get the right information. We will try to help you find one that's near you. English Connect 3 is available online everywhere. So send us a direct message and we'll get you the help you need.
Next question is about studying on a campus.
Yeah. So BYU Pathway is not designed to give you a campus experience or to go to campus. If that is something that you're interested in doing, you'll need to go to that university's website and to learn more there. So depending on where you want to go, you'll just go to that website and then any credits that you've earned through us, you'll work with that university on transferring them over.
Okay. Joni wants to know why we don't have more merch in the BYU Idaho bookstore.
That's a great question.
Look
Joni.
at this is covering us, Joni. Hi, Joni.
It's a great question. And we actually are looking at doing some things to solve that. So stay tuned.
Okay. How do you resume BYU Pathway? So this question, I'm assuming, is somebody has stopped and they want to come back.
Yeah.
So let me pull up some URLs for you.
I love it. So we would love to have you come back. And the good news is if you have started Pathway Connect 101, if you've completed Pathway Connect 101 and you're happy with your grade, you can actually start Pathway Connect 102 as early as next week. So
is it really?
Yeah.
Wild.
I know. Crazy. Yeah. I took a final for my midterm for my one of my block classes last week.
Yeah, I guess it was midterms.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, we're off track.
We're off track. But
how do you come back?
You're going to go to returningstudent.byupathway.edu. So returningstudents.byupathway.edu. You can also log into your student portal. So if you remember your login information and you can register for the next term, we would love to have you come back, visit this website to get started. You'll log in using your church account. You don't have to be a member of the church to participate, but you do need a church account. We use it as a single sign-on.
Yep. Okay, next question says, hey, I finished Pathway Connect. I enrolled in BYU Idaho, but I had problems with the online credentials, some internet issues, so never was able to take classes. Can you help me out?
I love it. We want to help you come back. So you're going to log into your student portal, and then you will go into, say that you want to apply to the online certificate and degree program. You will need an ecclesiastical endorsement to continue on. That's part of the application. So long as you have a 3.0 or higher, no criminal record, and the ecclesiastical endorsement, you're in business. So send us a direct message if you're still having issues after trying to log into your student portal, and we'd be happy to help.
We have lots of great questions. I happen to know the answer to this question. So, hey, we're going to be traveling the same night as my gathering. What should I do? Will I lose points? Talk to your missionaries.
Yep.
And they will hook you up with a different gathering. You'll just go as a guest to somebody else's gathering because it's the same coursework. And then you get a mark on your attendance that you attended.
Yep.
So obviously you don't want to do that every week. Hopefully this is just a one-time.
Yep.
But yeah, if you need to miss, if there's some reason you need to miss, talk to your missionaries and they will help you find another alternate gathering that you can attend.
Yeah. And we love that you're going to the temple. Which temple are you going to?
We love it. Okay, we're gonna keep rolling here. Okay. Somebody's not saying they're having a hard time with the 7 weeks. Is it possible to take things longer? So
yeah, so right now it's not, but we are always accepting feedback. So if you want to send us a direct message with that information, and then we'll take that back to the curriculum folks. So Darby and I work in marketing, and so we don't have any business decisions in that arena, but we are more than happy to take the feedback to the team.
Okay. Next question says, do I get swag for registering? So we don't have swag for registering, but we are going to be running a giveaway.
Yeah.
Watch out for that. It's going to be exciting.
Stay tuned.
I have some plans. And we're going to be giving away some shirts. Ooh, you guys just got the sneak peek. We're going to start with some shirts.
I love it.
It's going to be good.
I was gonna say, do I have the shirt at my house? Maybe we could give them a preview. Which one is it?
It's the blue with the yellow.
I do have that shirt somewhere.
Okay. We'll see if Brooke can find that. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Okay, but we've got lots of questions. I just finished my first certificate last December, and I want to continue with my study. When will the next certificate
Be best to enroll.
Be best to enroll. Okay.
Enroll now. So you can go into your student portal and register for classes that start in April. So we would love to have you back. What did you get your first certificate in?
Okay.
I just love learning about you guys. It's so fun.
You do. And you always ask a good follow-up, so I can have a second to find the next question. Okay. This question is in Spanish, and then I translated it.
Yep. Want to be able to learn English, but I'm not able to learn, take the exam. Okay. So English Connect es una gran oportunidad de aprender inglés en un invierno y fe y amigos. Es una oportunidad de aprender inglés en preparar a BYU-Pathway. Mi español es un poquito, pero es cada miércoles es una oportunidad de aprender más en español con sus amigos y tune in, come back, via cada miércoles. If there's anyone that speaks Spanish and can help in the comments, please help. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's not great.
And I am taking my first class of Spanish ever. Also not great.
Yeah.
But if you can speak Spanish and can help us out in the comments, that'd be great. Brooke, we have so many questions still. I have got to get a little faster.
Okay. I'll go faster.
Okay, so we did this. We've got an advanced path question from Brittany. I think Brittany asked a question a minute ago. Okay.
Yes. So when you finish Pathway Connect, you will, as part of your application to BYU Idaho and Ensign College, you will submit your transcripts again.
Okay. Okay, here's a question. I'm on the 2021 catalog and I only have 2 classes left on my last certificate, but I will need about 20 electives.
It's likely that I could graduate sooner with the
short the 3 degree. Okay.
Okay. Josh, that's a great question. Depending on what you're studying, it sounds like if you only have your electives left, it could be a really great option to switch. If you've finished all of your certificate classes, all of your general education classes. And so send us a direct message and we will try to get you some more information so that you can finish those last 2 classes on your certificate and hopefully finish so much sooner. That would be amazing.
It would be.
And for those of you who are listening and are unfamiliar, in April, we're starting 3-year degrees. So it is US accredited and we have this great opportunity to help people finish their degrees faster and with for less money. So 25% less time, 25% less money, which is just, I mean, who doesn't want that? So, so you can learn more by going to BYU-Pathway.edu/degree in -3.
Yep. And that answers this question too. Also, how will the 3-year degree program work? Now, we had a webinar last Friday that really went into depth about this. And those should be on Facebook.
Yes.
So if you want to go over to Facebook and go to our page, you can watch just a more in-depth conversation about this 3-year degree that we don't have time to answer right now.
Yeah. So, but high level, we got permission to remove electives.
Okay. Okay, again, another question about the 3-year degree program. I've completed my first and second certificate. How would switching over to the 3-year degree program work?
Awesome.
Okay.
So you're gonna there is in your student portal, there should be some more information about the 3-year degrees. And you can also talk to your mentor. You can send us a direct message. Darby and I aren't experts on the 3-year degree. And so what would be best is watching the webinar. It's only a half hour from last week to learn a little bit more. There's tons of questions that are answered in that webinar. And then if you still have questions, send us a direct message.
Perfect. Next question. My application to Ensign College still shows as pending.
Yep.
But my BYU Pathway portal now gives me the option to switch. Am I in?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
I know that the team is a little bit backlogged on getting everyone all of the decisions granted, but I would say if you have portal access, I would count that.
I would say that's probably there.
Congratulations. That's awesome. We love it. We love to see it.
Luisa's question says, hey, what learning path should I follow to learn e-commerce? So BYU-Pathway doesn't have an e-commerce path, but we do have a social media marketing path. And so that might be adjacent, and that's issued by Ensign College.
Yeah. So, and I would also say if you're interested like in web development or information technology, those would pair really well with the social media marketing certificates. So that's what and you can go to BYU-Pathway.edu and click on certificates and degrees to learn more about each of those certificates.
Okay, we're cruising now. With my first class and my first certificate, that will be a 7-week block, or is it 14 weeks?
So that class will be 7 weeks. So the class and your gathering will be 7 weeks.
Now, how about the institute class?
Institute class will be all 14.
So you'll keep taking that as you kind of wait. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Does BYU Pathway offer certification courses for graduates when professions require certification, Brooke?
Great question. So I don't believe that we actually offer any degrees that require certifications. So if you have a specific question or something that you're looking into, you can follow up with us, but most of our certificates are aimed at being job ready. You don't need additional credentials in order to participate or take advantage of them.
Yep. Which kind of is a nice tie-in with why we don't have like a nursing degree or a teaching degree that do require local certification in so it's a little bit different. Okay, we have a question about is there a number I can call? So let's explain a little bit about what they can do if they need to reach out, because we don't right now have a number.
No, we don't. But a couple of options. So if you are a current student, you have a mentor, and so your mentor should be able to help. If your mentor is unresponsive, unhelpful, not doing what they should, please let us know. In your student portal, there is an option for you to share more information. By and large, our mentors are incredible and doing great work supporting students. But we know that sometimes it's not a good fit. And so if that's happening, please let us know. You can always send us a direct message here. You can also book an appointment with an enrollment counselor. Now they are going to be focused more on helping people enroll, answer questions about getting started. And so they can direct you to additional resources, but they might not be able to answer every question. And you're going to go to BYU-Pathway.edu/APPT to book an appointment.
I'll pull that up.
Again, it's BYU-Pathway.edu/APPT. And that's where you can go to book an appointment in English or Spanish to talk about BYU Pathway and the options of enrolling.
Well, if I could find it, I would pull it up, but I cannot currently find it, and that's okay.
So,
question about institute class. Do you need to take an institute class in Ensign College in BYU, Idaho? So to graduate from a church school, you do have to have the religion credits. And so when you're in Pathway Connect, you're going to be in an institute class. Like Brooke said, it's free credits. When you enroll into BYU, Idaho, or Ensign College, you're actually going to take that as a class. So it's a little bit different. Yeah.
So you'll do assignments, there'll be readings. Some classes even have tests or papers that you write. So it's a little bit more rigorous, but it is a great option.
Awesome. Okay, we are making
progress.
This is a campus question. What's the duration of time required to apply to BYU Hawaii as an international student? So we don't actually know that.
Yeah.
You'll need to reach out to BYU Hawaii if that's a plan that you're making
Yeah.
to talk to them about their enrollment. It is different than ours.
Yeah. And I'll say if you are a BYU Pathway student right now, and you live in Asia, the Pacific, or the Philippines, and you are interested in going to BYU Hawaii, we do have a partnership or a gateway to help get you there a little bit easier. And so you'll still need to take an English language exam, and but you will receive preferred admissions and preferred iWork placement. So that is a bonus, but you have to live from one of the target areas. So again, that's Asia, Pacific, or the Philippines. And you can just go to BYU Hawaii's website, and you can even search on Google BYU-Pathway, BYU Hawaii. And there's some articles that talk a little bit more about the partnership there.
Perfect. Kind of a follow-up question. Do you have to take can you take institute classes instead of religion courses for BYU Idaho credit?
So you would need to have work with the institute teacher to take them as credit and then transfer them in. So I know when I went to BYU Idaho for my undergrad, and when I was at home and during the summer and went to institute, there was an option to take it for credit, but you had to do additional readings, additional assignments. So it was different. It wasn't just a traditional come and enjoy institute, have fun, learn. There were some more academic pieces to it. So it is possible. And you would just work with your institute teacher.
Okay. And Vanessa has another follow-up question. What classes are going to be offered as a 7-week courses? Only certificate related courses or everything?
Everything. All of it.
Okay. Let's keep going here. You guys are doing great. Thank you for being patient. It does take us a minute to get through all the questions, but we're almost there. What if I want to get more than one certificate? So they only work on one kind of
one at a time,
right?
Yeah, typically it's only one at a time. Sometimes you can work on 2 at a time, where you're sort of taking the end of one certificate and the beginning of another certificate. So BYU Pathway is uniquely designed with a certificate first model. And so we help people in the same amount of time, same amount of money that you would typically get a bachelor's degree. You'll get 3 certificates, an associate's, and a bachelor's degree. So you can absolutely come back and just get another certificate. We'd love to help you.
Okay, next question. If you start in April, when can you finish? So that depends on the speed in which you take classes.
Yeah.
So if we're looking at the 90 credit degree, it's about 3 years of taking class pretty full time.
Yeah. So you would take 2 classes per block.
Per 7 weeks.
Per 7 weeks.
Okay.
Yep. So, and if you're starting Pathway Connect in April, you'll finish Pathway Connect in December. So you'll take 101 and 102 in April, May, June into July. And then there's a 7-week break, and then you'll take Pathway Connect 103 in September.
Perfect. That's a great clarification. If I pass my first year of Pathway Connect, will I be able to apply to BYU Idaho or BYU Hawaii?
Yes. So if you, like we said before, BYU Pathway is designed to help students continue online. And so part of the process, you'll be able to matriculate or enroll, continue on to BYU Idaho and Ensign College. If you are wanting to go on to BYU Idaho or BYU Hawaii on campus, you'll need to work with those individual institutions to learn more about those processes.
Awesome. Okay, Brooke, we're getting there.
Love it.
So this is a transfer question. Can I transfer from BYU Idaho to Ensign College? So you don't actually have to do anything if you're a BYU Pathway student.
Yeah. So you'll just like there's some people who will take a certificate from BYU Idaho and a certificate from Ensign College. We work all of that out on the back end.
Okay. I'm working on my second institute class right now through BYU Pathway, and I'm waiting to hear if I'm accepted to BYU Idaho. Can I enroll in another institute class if I'm not accepted yet?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Penny, you can keep taking institute as long as you like.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We're getting close. Okay. Can you change your certificate or major once you finish? So let's say they signed up for like a certificate class and they're like, hated that.
Wasn't for me.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yes, you can absolutely change your major, change your certificate. You're not locked in.
Okay. Can I do 2 certificates simultaneously? So you do them one at a time, I believe.
Yeah. So typically what ends up happening is you'll finish that first certificate. You might, when you're taking your last class of one certificate, you're taking the first class of your next certificate, but I think it would be fairly overwhelming to try to do both at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, we're almost there, Brooke. We've got a question in Spanish that I'm going to translate real quick. I have another question from Vanessa. Is there a way to see the course catalog and see which classes are 7 weeks before registration opens?
Yeah. So Vanessa, all of the classes starting next semester are all going to be 7 weeks.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't translate this one, so I'm going to wish you the best of luck, Brooke.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah.
Is the first thing I have to do is study English Connect. Thank you very much. No. English Connect es una oportunidad aprender inglés, pero no es necesitas aprender con English Connect, y apliqué a BYU-Pathway.
I'll put it in the chat too.
So, and I'm gonna.
Can you see that next one?
I think so.
Okay. We are almost wrapping up right here. Okay.
All right. Do you offer hybrid classes for certificates? Say I can study on-site for 2 weeks or a month and then finish. No. So BYU-Pathway is designed to be entirely online.
Yeah. Okay. And if I completed years ago, can I move ahead and get a certificate?
Absolutely. So you are going to need to log into your student portal and start your application to BYU Idaho or Ensign College online. You'll need an ecclesiastical endorsement. You will need to have finished Pathway Connect with a B average or 3.0, and then no criminal background. And then you'll be able to go on to BYU Idaho or Ensign College.
Perfect. This question is again about studying on campus. Is it possible for me to study on a campus? So the campus application is just different than ours. We're designed to be all online, and they have a different application process.
Yep. So and Ellery, I'll say if you are from Asia Pacific or the Philippines and you are interested, you can absolutely finish your first certificate through BYU Pathway and then go to BYU Hawaii.
Okay. We have one more question here before we jump off, Brooke,
okay.
And it is actually 2 questions. So the next question says, if I completed Pathway Connect, oh, no, we answered that one. Yep. You can start back up. This is, hey, I'm trying to get a hold of someone to figure out my transcripts for almost a month and a half. Yeah, transcripts are kind of behind.
Yes.
So yeah, and transcripts, we had a meeting about this week, are not as big of a deal now that we've moved to the 90 credit degree, because a lot of the credits, depending on where your credits came from, a lot of credits in the first couple of years, if you've studied at a university, are a lot of your generals, and we've taken care of a lot of those. So yes, getting those, getting
so we
those,
still need generals, but the electives. Yeah.
But getting those transferred in can be really valuable in some instances, and sometimes it's not as big of a deal anymore.
Yeah.
But I understand that you do want to get yours evaluated. It looks like you took yours at ASU. I'm from Arizona.
Yeah. And my husband is a Sun Devil.
So I don't know the backlog right now. Do you, Brooke?
I don't know how far back it is. But Cambria, I'm sorry, that is totally frustrating. And so if you want to send us a direct message, we can try to check in and see what's going on, if there's anything. Darby and I work in the marketing group, and so we don't have direct control over anything on that side, but we are happy to try to sort of poke and see if we can get an answer.
Okay, it looks like we had one more come in. This is a big one. I'm currently pursuing my 3rd certificate in system administrations, and I'm interested in transitioning into a 3-year degree program, and I wanted to check if I made this change, will I retain the certificates I've already completed? Yeah,
so certificates you've earned them. They're yours.
Yeah, those credits are yours.
Yep. You're not, those credits are not going to be taken away. Those certificates are not going to be taken away.
Okay. Awesome. All right, Brooke and I are going to go ahead and jump off of our live here. So thank you everyone for joining us. And
it's been so good.
It's been so great.
We'll be back again.
We will. All right.
Thanks for joining us. See ya.